Hello everyone and welcome to Chucker TV. I'm James Fody coming at you live from the Grand Champions Polo Club for the $100,000 World Cup between Dundas and Santa Rita. We have a great game for you this afternoon, and I say that because this is a single elimination high goal tournament. Both teams want to win, the winner will advance. So let's jump right into it and take a look at the rosters. For Dundas, we have three Obregons. Geronimo Obregon at 5 goals. Juan Martin Obregon at 5 goals. Facundo Obregon at 6 goals. And Toli Ujoa at 5 goals. For Santa Rita, we have Paquito de Narvaez. Torito Ruiz at 7 goals. Juan Martin Zubia at 8 goals. And my favorite player, Alejandro Novillo Estrada at 8 goals. Officials for today are Gaston Dorniak and Esteban Ferrari. Federico Martelli is the third man, and Daniel Gallegos is the IRO. Well, our players are ready. They're getting lined up for the bowl-in, so let's throw it to Steve Lane for the play-by-play.
All right, here we go, Steve.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Sensational Sunday here at the Grand Champions Polo Club, and we have an exciting game for you this afternoon, the second game of the $100,000 World Cup. But before we have the introduction of the players, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all would, please rise for our National Anthem, and gentlemen, remove your hats. Tom Blake will do the National Anthem for us at this time.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well done, Tom. Thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here today at the Grand Champions Polo Club. And at this time, we have 8 players, 2 umpires, anxiously awaiting to get started. So we will have the introduction of the teams, and first team we'll introduce will be the Dundas team, the team in white on your left, and playing at number 1, rated at 5 goals, Toli Ujoa. Playing number 2, also rated at 5 goals, Geronimo Obregon, the man in the green hat. Playing number 3, rated at 6 goals, Facundo Obregon. And last but not least, bringing up number 4 position, Juan Martin Obregon, also rated at 5 goals. A 21-goal team coming up against Santa Rita, a 24-goal team, and playing number 1, Paquito de Narvaez, rated at 1 goal on the Gray Pony. Playing number 2, the gentleman in the orange helmet, rated at 7 goals, Torito Ruiz. Playing the quarterback position in the maroon helmet, rated at 8 goals, the one and only Alejandro Novillo Estrada. And closing the back door, rated at 8 goals, Juan Martin Zubia. 24-goal squad, so we have 3 goals on the board for the Dundas team in white with 3 Obregons on the team, so we'll try and keep them separated. That might be a little difficult. Numbers a little hard to see here and there, but both teams in this $100,000 World Cup single game elimination tournament. 8 teams entered this tournament. You must win to stay in. You lose, you go home. And of course, Grand Champions Polo Club resurrecting this tournament back from the 1990s. And it's a winner-take-all, $100,000 cash prize to the winner. Umpires just having a little discussion beforehand. Esteban Ferrari, Gaston Dorniak, the two mounted officials, Federico Martelli, the third man, and an IRO in the booth as we are using challenges for all the high goal here at Grand Champions. So Esteban Ferrari calling the players to line up. Players will do just one little more warm-up on their ponies. I'm glad those horses stood so still for our national anthem, and we're looking forward to a great game here this afternoon. Ferrari puts the ball in play, and here's Obregon, Geronimo, with a stick on it first. Here comes Pasito. Pasito intervites with a back shot. However, it's deflected off pony. Torito picks the ball up, does his own next shot. Pasito with a forward shot, but it's into a pony, and we have our first whistle. 6 seconds. Well, not quite 6. A little more than 6. Thought I saw 6:30 on the board there for a minute. So we'll see what the umpires decide right here. Not far from center where the bowling took place, and it looks like it's going to be a penalty. 5B in favor of Santa Rita. Now this field does go north and south. We do have a southeasterly wind coming at us, blowing right at us up here in the stand. So, if you will, a east to west wind. And here is Juan Martin Zubia, puts the ball back in play. He hammers one downfield, a little bit in front of goal, and who's going to get to it first? And Obregon comes in and rides off Alejandro for a back shot. Juan Martin Obregon. Juan Martin. Actually, that's Facundo Obregon. We'll get him straight as the game goes on. Here comes Geronimo. Geronimo bringing that ball over here towards the boards. And a player calling for it. And there is Juan Martin Zubia. Juan Martin Zubia hooks Obregon. Going to back that ball over to, an attempted back shot to Alejandro. And there is Geronimo shooting towards goal, narrowly missing off to the left-hand side of the goal. So we will have our first knock-in of the day for the Santa Rita squad. Dundas in white, Santa Rita in purple. Here is Juan Martin Zubia. Zubia brings the ball in. He sends a pass over to Alejandro. Alejandro leaves it for Torito. Pasito's going to go downfield. Alejandro's going to circle back around. Torito runs interference for Zubia. Zubia picks the ball up. He's looking downfield. He's trying to find some room, some clear room to work. He's got some room to work now. Geronimo's going to try and keep him honest. Zubia tries to send a pass, but it's deflected off a pony, and Geronimo will be the first to arrive to the ball. Geronimo and Torito come together. Geronimo leaves it for Facundo. Facundo wants to take a shot, but has to allow a player to clear, and then decides taking himself anyhow. There is Geronimo and Torito. Torito looks over his shoulder, see if he's got room to back the ball. Yes, he does. Alejandro is going to jump on this ball with a back shot of his own. Pasito outturned by, you check, you give it up, by Facundo. Facundo with a near side back shot. Alejandro takes a stab out of it, out of the air. Torito comes in for a near side back shot. Picked up by Facundo Obregon. Facundo sends it down to Geronimo. Geronimo has leg on his man on Torito. He's going to take Torito wide, allowing Facundo to take the ball towards goal. And that's the first score of the day. Dundas with a 3-goal handicap, putting number 4 on the board. So, wow, what a play we have going on here, right here in the early stages of the first period of play. Nice play by the Dundas squad. Facundo Obregon sending a pass to Geronimo, but Geronimo decides to take the man wide and allow Facundo to put it between the goalpost. Several players changing horses here early. There is no wait. Got 2 players off sides right here, right now. So here comes Geronimo. Geronimo on the far side. And Facundo tries to send a pass, not getting it far enough downfield. Told to leave it. Here's Obregon, intercepted by Juan Martin Zubia, sends a pass to Alejandro. Can Alejandro outrun the last white jersey? Yes, he can. There's not enough room to hook. Here's Alejandro. He's going to take the man on the near side, and Obregon does get a tail shot off, but Zubia quickly turns on the new line of the ball. Here comes Zubia and Facundo trying to run out the turning foul, but no whistle at this point. Zubia still working the ball towards goal, trying to get around Facundo. Now Zubia goes for a deep neck shot. He's hooked on the play, and we have an umpire's whistle at the same time. So a bit of a high hook there maybe, or a possible sandwich. Don't want to second guess our umpires, but it looks like they're dropping the ball at the point of the infraction for a penalty 2. And of course, now for you new viewers and newcomers to the sport of polo, penalty 2 can be taken from the point of the infraction or at the 30-yard line. Choice of the team that was fouled, and they only get one hit or one hit at the ball. Not allowed to dribble these spot hit penalty 2s anymore. So one approach, one hit, or one hit at, and we will wait for the umpire Esteban Ferrari to call play. Torito sends it right on through, putting Santa Rita's first goal of the day on the board with a score of 4-1. And all players will come back to center. So Santa Rita working hard, taking the ball down there. 2 goal, drawing a foul, putting it through on a foul shot. So now Santa Rita will be going to your right if you're looking at the center camera, which is the south end of the field. Dundas going towards the north, a little bit into the wind, more of the wind going north, and both players, all players in the scrum over there having to clear. And there is Geronimo. Geronimo sends one down the field, but Juan Martin Zubia is back. He's looking over his shoulder. Alejandro and Torito both call for the ball. Torito has a man on his hip, but a nice near side play. Torito once again on the ball, going for another near side, called off, and here comes, wow, Paquito de Narvaez. A near side back shot by Geronimo. And Juan Martin Zubia pushes the player across the line. Those players check up. Here comes Torito at 7 goals. And here comes Juan Martin Zubia, and the whistle goes off both umpires right on top of the play. And I believe we are going to have a penalty in favor of Dundas. Dundas leading early here in the game. 3 goals on handicap. 1-1 right now on the flat. Both teams hope to turn that around. So a penalty 4 in favor of Dundas. Facundo and Geronimo will both go down by the goal. And it looks like Juan Martin Obregon will do the duties for Dundas. Penalty 4, defended 60-yard shot, a common shot in polo. 52, 53 yards, considered a long kick in American football. Esteban Ferrari has called play. And I believe this is going to be Geronimo with a green helmet. It's a line drive, but just wide to the right, so once again, Santa Rita dodging a bullet on that play, and bad luck for Dundas. Juan Martin Zubia brings the ball back in across the goal. Obregon going to come over to defend. Zubia hits a long shot downfield looking for Torito. Torito being ridden by Geronimo. Ball's up against the boards. Who's going to get to it first? Torito called off by Alejandro. Alejandro all alone, and nobody marked him. Alejandro Novillo Estrada has room to work. Alejandro just working the ball towards goal, forcing Geronimo. Now a nice, beautiful pass to Juan Martin Zubia, broken up by Facundo Obregon, told to leave it by Geronimo, but here comes Zubia. He slaps a little shot, but only an Obregon is there. So Zubia once again back on the ball. Zubia turns the ball towards goal. He's hooked by Juan Martin. A shot on goal. Oh, and just wide to the right. What a nice attempt. What a nice set team play by the Santa Rita team. Both teams shooting towards goal. So Juan Martin Obregon will bring the ball back in play. Going to send it across goal. Looking for a family member over there to pick up the pass. Alejandro Novillo Estrada going to check down, but it's a long ball hit down to Geronimo. Geronimo playing a lot of offense this period. The ball can't quite reach him, and Juan Martin Zubia is going to check down. Juan Martin Zubia, what a reverse neck shot pass right to Torito, but he's ridden off by Geronimo. Geronimo with an open back shot, Torito, and Juan Martin come together. Juan Martin Obregon, stolen, broken up. Alejandro telling Torito to go on down the field. Facundo staying in there, told to clear. Here comes Pasito de Narvaez, and Pasito gets a little piece of it, but unable to keep it going on that chestnut mare with the bald face. So here comes Alejandro Novillo Estrada, first to go back, going to take Geronimo on his hip, turn the ball on the near side. Alejandro still working the ball, and we finally have a whistle, and that will end Chucker number 1. A score of 4-1 in favor of Dundas. We'll send both teams off for spare horses. Give them a hand. Stay with us. We've got 5 more to go. You're watching this live from the Grand Champions Polo Club on Chucker TV. Welcome back, everyone, to the Grand Champions Polo Club and Chucker TV. We are getting ready to get underway the second period of play for the $100,000 World Cup game number 2. 8 teams entered in this tournament, single game elimination. Got to win to stay in. We have Dundas, a 21-goal team, playing against Santa Rita, a 24-goal team. So therefore, Dundas received 3 goals on handicap, both teams scoring 1 goal in the first period of play. Facundo Obregon scoring from the field, and Torito Ruiz scoring on a penalty number 2 from the point of the infraction. So both teams remaining even. We did end the first period with a foul on the play, and it looks like Santa Rita is going to be the recipient of a penalty number 4. 60-yard shot. Alejandro and Juan Martin Zubia teeing the ball up. Players allowed to tee up all penalty number 5s for the last few years. Juan Martin Zubia is going to circle his pony and head towards the ball to see if he can use the wind to his advantage to put this ball through the uprights. Here's Juan Martin. It's up, and it's wide. Juan Martin with a nice attempt, and that shows you that ball looked like it curved to the right just a little bit. And that's what the wind can do. And now I am surprised, but I'm happy to be joined by Mark Gansey here with us here at the game. Thank you, Mark, for joining us.
Pleasure to be here, Steve.
Here we go. Juan Martin Obregon brings the ball in, looking for a white jersey to pass to. He's trying to find Facundo Obregon. Facundo, he's going to be checked by Alejandro, and Alejandro steals the ball, and we have an umpire's whistle on the play.
Yeah, small overlap there. White ball came off the white mallet, went in front of Alejandro's horse, and I think we just got a little right-away infraction. 5B center hit here in favor of Dundas.
Okay, there you have
Really
it.
wasn't anyone open, wide open downfield there, Steve. White making the appeal for the penalty 4, but you'd have to have someone clearly visible in purple territory there to warrant the penalty 4.
And also a Dundas player to receive a pass, and a penalty 4 is a shot on goal in almost every handicap level polo. And to be honest with you, I think you and I would agree that foul does not deserve a shot on goal.
No, he's not shooting a goal. He actually even lost possession, but Alejandro's got to let that first play go after it comes off the foot of the horse.
Absolutely. Okay, Juan Martin Obregon, 5-goal player, going to take the center field hit, hitting into a little bit of a right-hand wind from what he is facing. He lays a worm burner down the field. Alejandro Novicio Estrada is going to jump on the loose ball, but is picked up by Zubia. Now,
yeah, that one is pretty textbook. You know, it's a 2-meeting one. Hieronimo Obregon's going to try to meet that ball, but the problem there is the white guy's already engaged, and once he's engaged, that's a pretty simple play. And purple's going to make an appeal for a penalty 4, but they're not going to get it. Once again, you'd have to have a clear, demonstrated path to goal. They were about 220 yards from goal.
Absolutely, and once again, that foul right there does not deserve a penalty 4, which is a shot on goal. So Torito gonna tee up the ball. Juan Martin has been taking these shots. Esteban Ferrari calls play, and here's Juan Martin Zubia. Zubia, ooh, a near, a lot of contact on the far side. Alejandro checking up to let the ball pass his stirrup. He's got 2 white shirts checking up in front of him, and once again that whistle will go off.
A lot of fouls here, very choppy play here in the second chukker, Steve. And once again, Hieronimo is going to cut in front of Alejandro Novicio. And there was a little bit of some rough riding previously setting up that play. And I think Esteban is going to bring some order to the field like he did yesterday and say, guys, we're just not going to have it. So I think they're going to move this one up to a penalty 2, which would be a correct extraction from my vantage point.
I think from the danger before the whistle went and then the danger after, I think penalty 2 is absolutely correct. And of course, the umpires with their ball placement, they want to deter that foul from happening again, or that type of play for happening again. And you know, as an umpire, there's 2 questions you ask yourself. The first is the team that got fouled, are they coming out with the advantage? And of course the answer should be yes. And the second question is the team that fouled, are they being penalized? And the answer should be yes. If either one of those is no, then your ball placement's not quite severe enough. Torito Ruiz going to take this penalty 2, already scoring in the first period on a penalty 2. Here is Torito.
Good decision by Torito there to keep that ball low and on the ground today, Steve. I've watched a lot of polo today around Wellington, and a lot of penalties being missed today. A lot of wind here in Wellington. It's been blowing pretty much between 15 and 25 mile an hour gusts, and as you know, as a longtime player and an umpire, that can really disrupt your horse's rhythm.
Yeah, so upset your horse's rhythm, upset your swing, upset the ball in the air. So here is Dundas out front, but they've got to turn it back around and go the other way. Here is Paquito de Narvaez sending the ball up to Alejandro. Alejandro shooting from a ways out. That ball is rolling. Can Torito get to it? No, it's going to be wide left.
I like the connection. I like that, Paquito making use of his players, not just playing a classic one, but distributing that ball up to Alejandro. And they're moving the ball, and I think that's what they got to do today.
Absolutely, and Alejandro having the confidence in Paquito to send the ball up. Wow, what a shot from Juan Martin Obregon, looking for Hieronimo. Hieronimo unable to get the ride off clean, but here comes Facundo. He's going to send a pass back down to, but here comes Paquito on the line, but Alejandro intercepts the ball. Juan Martin Obregon's going to go back with him. That ball close to the back line. Are we going to have a safety? No, he's able to keep it on the field. And here comes Paquito and Torito. Torito turns the ball, but he is met by Geronimo. Ball is left, and here comes Paquito, but Juan Martin Obregon's going to turn the ball on the near side, gets away with it, tries the next shot. Ball's up against the boards. He's got to dig it off, turn it back towards center. Juan Martin Zubia going to stay with him. He gets by him temporarily. Juan Martin Zubia comes in and breaks up the play. What a play. But Facundo sends it back towards goal. And we're going to call that in. Did the wind help that shot at all?
I'm not quite sure. It looked like he pulled out the 60 degree. And great shot there. But, you know, the intensity of this game, Steve, is really high. I mean, this game is being played at a very high level. And it just goes to show you one mistake and you get punished. Juan Martin Zubia picked the pocket of Juan Martin Obregon really well, but it's just there's always another Obregon.
Yeah. 3 Obregons on the field today on the Dundas team. So here comes Torito. Torito taking the ball down on the far side by the boards. No, that is not Torito. That was Paquito. No, the Alejandro. Torito. Torito sends it over to the goal and puts it through at a tough angle. Talk about shots. That's 2 of them in a row, Mark.
It's just great polo end to end, Steve. I mean, it's just amazing watching these 2 teams exchange. It's like 2 heavyweights going at it, you know, exchanging the punches. And they're going to go ahead and exercise the courtesy change at 3:30 on behalf of our equestrian partners, athletes. Good decision, but actually kind of a nice day for the horses. You think about the wind and the temperature; they're not going to create too much fatigue on the horses today.
Absolutely, a temperature of about 74, I guess, but a nice crosswind here on the field. So the horses got to love it. The players got to love it. Some fans over by the hedge blocking the wind a little bit, and we are over here on the west side facing into the wind. But the $100,000 World Cup, and of course tomorrow we have a game on Monday as well at 4:00 p.m. on Chucker TV and hosted by the Grand Champions Polo Club, where Richard Mille will take on Performance Polo. And Mark, you're playing for Richard Mille tomorrow. And congratulations, first of all, on winning the All-Star Challenge yesterday. And that was a tight game, a great game to watch until you guys came alive in the 5th Chucker and just kind of put a damper on things.
Well, I think you just got to be really patient. You play Adolfo, you play Perotto, you know the scheme they're playing, which is a 2-man game, and all we tried to do is just disrupt the open spaces. I mean, that was the key, and eventually we broke their will, because once you cut off that umbilical cord between the father and the son, there's not a lot of other places to go with the ball.
So back to live action. Esteban Ferrari looking for a cleanup, and he does give the ball back to the players. Alejandro with a back shot out of there, but it's deflected off of a pony, and Facundo Obregon picks it up, going to send it down to Juan Martin. Juan Martin hooked by Alejandro. Alejandro steals the ball on this gray pony, looking for a player to hit to, and he finds Paquito de Narvaez up front. Paquito, a 1-goal player, sends the ball deep into the corner, being chased by Juan Martin Obregon. Juan Martin Obregon with a nice near side back shot, whose first turn is deflected off pony. Alejandro on the near side, now going back to the offside. Alejandro working the ball towards goal, trying to get around Juan Obregon, and just wide to the right.
Yeah, I know Alejandro's not going to like that non-call, but he's making a polo move to the goal, and I think that was Juan Martin Obregon, stayed in a straight line. Really didn't change or deviate from his vector, and you can't punish him if Alejandro's going to put the ball there.
Absolutely right. Well said. Yeah, if you put the ball underneath somebody else's pony, you do so at your own risk. So here is Facundo Obregon. Facundo's going to take out Alejandro. We've got players breaking downfield. Juan Martin. Oh, and he loses the ball. However, Facundo going to come back to help him out. Facundo slaps a little shot downfield, looking for Geronimo. Geronimo's beaten on the play by Zubia. Zubia comes in and is hooked by Juan Martin. Torito sends the next shot across the field. Can he outrun Juan Martin? Torito with the ball downfield. Paquito de Narvaez going to be the next to it. Paquito takes the ball forward. Going to check down now and look at Torito breaking towards the center of the field, looking for a pass.
No,
and stolen.
That's foul.
Stolen
That's foul.
And no whistle at this time. And here comes Torito. Torito coming in, but however, Juan Martin jumps on the loose ball. Zubilla's going to pick it up now, going to check down. Hey, he turns it. What a nice play by Zubilla, and he's whistled for his efforts on that play. And once again, we hear a second whistle. Umpire's going to take control here early.
There's a lot of energy out there in the field. You know, Paquito made a good play, and you know, if you're going to shut down and that guy takes your line and you're not there shoulder to shoulder, it's a real heady play by Paquito. He didn't get the foul, which, of course, I disapproved of, but I think that the field intelligence of this young kid is just fantastic. I've gotten to watch him play, watched him in Santa Barbara, watched him in Aspen. I've gotten to watch him here, and I really like the way this kid thinks. And young kid too, has a great mind for the game, and is definitely gonna be one to watch. And I've also really liked the energy of Geronimo Obregon so far. He's played a nice game, and they really would be wise to get him the ball, because every time he touches the ball, something good happens for Dundas.
You're absolutely correct. So it looks like Alejandro Novicio Estrada will take this penalty too. Maybe Torito doesn't have a horse he feels comfortable on.
Yeah, I'm suspecting that's the case. But once again, opting to put that ball on the ground, Steve, which is the right choice today.
3 goals for Santa Rita here in the second period with 1:06 left to go. So Santa Rita closing up on that 3-goal handicap that was given to Dundas before the game. 5-4. We'll get this bowl in before the first horn, and let's see if either one of these teams can use this time to capitalize and put something else on the board. Lined up on Esteban Ferrari. Ferrari puts the ball back on the ground, and here comes Geronimo. Geronimo allows Tolle to clear. Tolle still clear. Umpires say use it, so better use it, better run with it. Geronimo comes back to receive it. Geronimo now taken by Facundo. Facundo working with it. Avoids the hook by Torito, trying to get by Alejandro. First horn is gone. Can he get a shot on goal? He does, but it's going to be wide to the right, and that's going to end chukker number 2. Mark, final thoughts of that period.
I mean, it was really dynamic. You know, when this white team plays the gaps and they use each other in short spaces, they're really effective. When they get spread apart, they're a lot less effective. So beginning of that chukker, you saw them trying to make really long and really hard passes to connect the dots. And this purple team's going to eat them alive. There's a little more experience, a little more high goal player there. So this game's going to be a chess match today between the spaces. If Dundas plays a compact game and plays smart, they can win. If they get disconnected and they get spread apart by purple and purple plays more open polo, I think you're going to see Santa Rita take the game. And so it'll be interesting to see as the game develops which team can impose their will on the other.
There you have it, and all good points by Mark Gansey. So stay with us, and ladies and gentlemen, keep an eye out for what Mark just said when you're watching here live on Chukker TV.
This is the best game.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Steve Lane. I'm sitting with Mark Gansey, and we are getting ready to start the third period of play here in game number 2 of the $100,000 World Cup. So we ended on a shot on goal for Dundas, but it was wide to the right, so we'll start with a knock-in here in favor of Santa Rita.
Yep. Umpire yells play, Steve, and we're going to have a knock-in for Santa Rita. And here comes Juan Martín Zubia. He's going to quickly be defended there by Ajoa. Short ball there for Torito Ruiz. He can't quite handle it. Meets it on the near side. And coming across the line there is kind of a sort of a mashed up play, but Zubia gets control of the ball on the boards. Juan Martín making good control of the ball, 8-goal player, and catches the back of the horse of, I just got a whole fist of Obregons there. I think that was Facundo Obregon. So Facu was just in front there. I don't believe he fouled, but that ball just got him. And Ajoa's going to defend there. Juan Martín hits it out front there for Torito. Torito's on a racehorse. Here comes Torito Ruiz, approach shot towards the goal. Now he's going to take a little slap there. Beautiful shot by. Wow. What a goal there at full speed. And the crowd goes wild as Torito Ruiz makes a heck of a polo play, but White's going to ask for a trigger here. And this is at the full discretion of the umpire. We learned that yesterday.
Yes, and
which is in conformance with the Blue Book.
Yep, and the goal judge was 100%, so if the trigger doesn't show anything and the umpires are uncertain, then they have to go with the goal judge.
Yep, that is correct, and the goal judge deliberated to the umpire. We just heard on the radio. Confirmation, it is a goal. Great play.
That makes it 5-5. What a great play by Torito, and they're coming back to center mark for another bowl in. We're even Steven on the board.
And that ball gets bowled in, coming out towards the front end. And once again, Torito Ruiz, Alejandro Novicio will get it. And Juan Martín Zubia is going to flash some horsepower. And he gets the horsepower. Oh. I think he's got to execute that right off and then take it on the near side.
I think you're absolutely right. They were still overlapped on that. And
correct.
The danger there is him on that full swing hitting the opponent's horse behind him. So
good play by Tole Ajoa, 5-goal player from Argentina. First time I've got a real look at him. I remember him when he was younger as a 2-goal player, so it's nice to see his evolution as a player. And he's going to take Alejandro very deep here on this set piece. And on the knock-in, Juan Martín Obregon. Juan Martín is going to leave it behind there for Facundo. Facundo hits it out for Juan Martín. And Zubia, and oh wow, those two came together. And good sportsmanship by both men. And Juan Martín to Juan Martín. Los dos Juan Martíns. And horse of both players look good. Juan Martín Obregon's going to ask for some time here. And boy, we had a good look at that, Steve. They were coming right at us. You're not like, I almost wanted to grab you for a second and say, Steve, look what's going to happen here. This isn't going to end well.
No.
But I'm really glad that Juan Martín Obregon is okay. I'm glad his horse is okay. Man, he's a tough guy. He absorbed a heck of a bump there.
He sure did.
Yep. There was a lot of energy on that bump.
The horse looks fine, but just in case of safety, he would like to change. So the umpires felt that was kind of a dangerous play, so they're going to move on down, still discussing it. Of course, they've got time while Juan Martín changes his pony. The crowd getting into it now just a little bit, rooting for Santa Rita.
There is some definite energy in the crowd. I think they wanted him to use it, I think was what he was saying. So I like the call here. On the danger, they're going to move this up one level. It would have been, on this ride-off, you probably would have thought it was a 4. But I think given the velocity and the speed, they're going to move this. Actually looks like they're moving it up 2 levels, Steve, to a penalty 2. And I think a stern warning to both teams, like, look, guys, everybody wants to win the money. Everybody wants to host the World Cup, but there's also a set of rules that we expect you to play by today.
And in the meantime, don't make that play again.
Well, look, what it really hurts. It hurts Santa Rita because you go from a neutral play here on a good bump. Now you're shooting an open goal too. You've just given up a goal, in essence, right? None of these guys are going to miss a 2 today.
Right. No, you're correct. So a costly mistake by the Santa Rita team, and that puts Dundas up by 1.
We had a really good look at that play, Steve, and you could see the angle that Zubia was coming on that bump. And it looked like to me that he could have planed out a little bit.
Yes, you're absolutely right. And, of course, you know, the foul is called on the aggressor, and the aggressor is defined as the player who comes in at the more severe angle.
Good read of the book there. And out the back end comes Juan Martin Zubia. Juan Martin, great stick control there. Gets a little protection from Paquito. Now gets a little protection from Torito. Juan Martin has space and time. He turns. He plays the ball inside. Juan Martin Zubia at speed. Coming through. Juan Martin has the better horse. Gets around. And can't get quite around the other Obregon. And Torito Ruiz meets that ball perfectly. Toro coming in. And the hook is laid down there by Facundo Obregon. And Alejandro Novicia is going to play that ball inside. Waits to clear. Umpires say now use it. He leaves it behind for Torito. Alejandro can't make use of it. And we're going to have a melee play down there, Steve. I couldn't quite see what happened. I know the umpires said use it. And all of a sudden the ball came out at a 9-degree angle with a Dundas mallet in the air.
Yes, and I did see Alejandro's horse back up just a bit. Now, I'm not sure if a Dundas pony caused that or what, but anyhow, looks like it's going to be in favor of Santa Rita. So
it will be a right-of-way violation in favor of Santa Rita. 6-5, 4:44, triple fours on the clock, third chukker. This has been great polo. It's kind of a lazy recovery Sunday for me, so I got to watch a lot of polo today. And I got to tell you, this is of all the high goal games played in Wellington today, this one has a little bit of a different feel.
And like you say, the intensity level is rather high right now. It wasn't in the first chukker, but began to rise in the second chukker and has elevated and is off the thermometer maybe just a tad here in the third chukker.
Well, look, it's this is a great tournament. 0 to 40 goals. You bring your 4 best players. And the evolution of this tournament, obviously 8 very, very strong teams this year. Previously, you saw teams as low as 4 goals. You saw some teams as high as 30 goals. There's been a lot of different entries in this tournament over the last 4 years. This is far and away the most balanced and competitive World Cup we've ever seen. A 16-goal team could win it, and certainly a 24-goal team could win it, and a bunch of teams in between, Steve.
Absolutely, and we're happy to have all of them. Here is Alejandro.
And Alejandro's going to plop that one over the hedge towards Lake Worth Road. Wind at his back there. Got the wind coming up from the northwest today. A little bit of chill in the air, even though it's 73. We've got some wind chill, so probably feels more like in the low 60s. That knots us up at 6-all, Steve. 4:25 to play. They're going to line up here on Esteban, and the ball gets thrown in and it gets stuck up in the front again there in favor of Santa Rita. Torito Ruiz quickly makes nice horsemanship there. Can't quite get full wood on that mallet. Ball gets left behind there for Alejandro. Alejandro couldn't quite get to it. Leaves it behind there for Paquito. Paquito's got to go. He checks, and out the back door comes Alejandro. Alejandro Novicia Estrada, 8 goals from Open Door Argentina. Juan Martin Zubia gets around the Obregon. Juan Martin Zubia. Juan Martin looking for foul. He's not going to get it. And out the back comes Juan Martin Zubia and Torito Ruiz. Torito with the ball. He's got one more Dundas player to meet. Torito can't quite get on it. Quick little backhander there by Geronimo, and it's met there by Ijoa. And Ijoa plays the ball towards the boards. Nice play there. Leaves it behind for Facundo Obregon. And Facundo plays it towards the boards very smartly, very safely. Facundo Obregon shuts down. He comes together with Alejandro. Alejandro under the near side. Facundo Obregon controls on the boards. Nice play by Facundo Obregon. Oh, bad luck as that ball just goes over the board. Bad luck in favor of the Santa Rita team. They're going to have a change of possession. They're about 100 yards from goal. We're going to take advantage of the courtesy change here, Steve, with 2:57. Your thoughts?
Oh, boy, I tell you, it's I think it's going to go back and forth like this all the way through the second horn today. Of course, I said that yesterday, and you guys got momentum, so neither team able to get more momentum over the other team. However, when it comes to foul shots, Santa Rita is doing quite well. 4 of their 6 goals scored on penalty twos, all of them penalty twos. Only 1 penalty two scored in favor of Dundas. So, quite even on the field, 2 goals apiece from the field for each team. So the crowd getting into it. We're still waiting on one Santa Rita player to come back, and the umpires, I think, are doing a good job of keeping control here, which it looked like in the second period.
Well, I think they imposed their will in the second chucker. Things got a little, shall we say, testy in the second chucker, and things have calmed down a little bit since then. I think also that bump in the middle of the field, I think, was a cautionary tale for both teams. So, but both teams playing really good polo, though. This is very high energy, fast, open polo, and a pretty even match, honestly. 14 throw-ins, slightly in favor of Santa Rita by 2. Shots on goal about even as well. 2 more in favor of Dundas. But time of possession here in the third period has definitely favored Santa Rita, where time of possession the first chucker favored Dundas, and I think the second chucker was pretty split. And it's going to be a quick whistle there. And I think there was a little contact with Alejandro and Toli.
I'm going to guess improper blocking maybe on that.
Yep. There was just Alejandro made contact there, and I don't think he really meant it, but unfortunately the rule book doesn't have this thing called intent. So
that's correct.
A little uneven ride-off, I guess, would be the technical call.
Yep.
In favor of Dundas. So they're going to move that ball up about 50 yards to a 5B center hit.
And, that's kind of costly, too, when you talk about change of possession. Instead of you having a shot on goal, now the other team has a center hit with the wind at their back. But we did see Alejandro and Toli come together, shake hands, and once again another great display of sportsmanship between these two opponents.
Yeah, sportsmanship has been really good here today, and here comes Juan Martin Obregon. Juan Martin lining his team up, very patient here. Paquito is giving him enough space. He takes a shot from way downtown. Great shot there towards goal. Just going to go wide to the left. But I like the thought process. If Paquito's going to give him 20 yards of space, he should be a shooter there from 100 out.
Yes, and of course that ball just trickling across the back line, not missing the goal by very much. So we might see that same play again in later stages of the game.
Juan Martin Zubia plays this ball towards the east boards. Now he hits a horse. He controls it very nicely there. And Joa tries to defend, can't quite get there, and Juan Martin now has space to operate. He's coming now towards the midfield line at control against the boards. That ball just hops over his mallet, and to control the ball is Toli Ajoa. Toli Ajoa plays the ball inside. He's got an Obregon going forward, and he bombs that ball, and the Obregon is going to get in front of Alejandro, but Alejandro gets the inside track on that ball, and he's going to play this ball into the corner. Plays it there, absorbs the bump. Nice play there by the 8-goaler from Open Door. Alejandro waiting for the ball, gets a little bit of a hook there. And now, open back shot, perfectly placed there by Geronimo Obregon. Ball comes back the other way. Zubia's there first. Oh, and we'll see if he gets him on the turn. There's a lot of chatter there on that turn. And Esteban Ferrari calling that play from pretty far away, actually. He's about 100 yards from that ball, but he says he's got a good look at it. The whistle on the field would be turning, Steve, if the call holds.
Correct, and I'm not sure they are communicating with the third man at this point, so not sure if they're asking his opinion, if there was a disagreement, or it may be a challenge on the play. Remember, we've got challenges
Could be.
now.
He's got 2 challenges here. So good time to use a challenge at 125. Tactically speaking, in the third chukker, Santa Rita has their 1 challenge available to them in the first half. So the call is?
Challenge, right? Daniel Gallegos. Daniel.
So the challenge comes into the booth here. It will be a challenge. Santa Rita is going to argue that Zubia had already changed the line and had enough space and distance to do so safely, Steve. White will argue that they closed the gap and that there wasn't enough room for Zubia to make that turn. That's going to be the thought process of both teams.
And probably the center camera or the drone view would be the best view on this, I would think.
Yeah, the drone is always the best on these closing the gap versus widening the gap type fouls, Steve, because you really get a sense of distance, space and distance.
Yeah, and from my expertise being in there, you can also look at the shadows of the horses. Of course, there's not many shadows today, but the shadows and sometimes the lines on the field from the mowers help you as well. You know, if you want to look at it like a forensic scientist, so to speak. So the instant replay official is reviewing all of those plays, and we will get word once we have it.
And the challenge is unfortunately not going to work out for Santa Rita. Good use of the challenge. And given the distance from goal, they weren't shooting at goal, so this should be a penalty 4, would be my guess. Would be the right call.
Yes.
And what do you got, Steve?
Yep, penalty 4. You guessed it quite right. And he had a back shot. Players to go through, so doesn't deserve an open goal penalty. So penalty 4, 60-yard defended shot. And it looks like Facundo Obregon will take the shot in favor of Dundas. Facundo puts it high in the air, and it's right through the goal, just what he needed to do, Mark. And there's one in the air that went with authority.
Yeah, good shot by Facundo. He's a great penalty shooter, and on his 6-goal handicap, I find him to be very handy on that handicap. He's, for the white team, he's the critical player today. So Esteban will get him lined up again, and that ball will come out and stay up front again, and the possession favors nobody, as we'll get a whistle on the play, and this call will go in favor of Dundas. So now the throw-ins go 8-7 in favor of Santa Rita. 15 throw-ins on the day. Pretty even. Everything, if you look at the metrics here so far, Steve, this is a pretty even game, and the scoreboard reflects it.
I agree. Yeah, both teams have the intensity. Both teams doing passes. Both teams drawing fouls. Both teams make their foul shots as well. So here is Dundas.
Juan Martin Obregon is going to opt to shoot first time. Smart decision going into the wind. And Juan Martin Zubia meets that ball perfectly. And Juan Martin Zubia here is going to be bumped. Nice bump there by Facundo Obregon. Beautiful near side backhander, but there's Toro Ruiz to cover it up. Toro, beautiful tail shot back to his teammate Alejandro Novicio, but he's got to give way. And that is going to be a foul, unfortunately, as Ijoa passed in front of 3 whites and 2 purples.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for his efforts, fouling about 5 people in the process.
You know, there's a case in point right there where Alejandro didn't have a play. He had a write-off when
but he has the 8-goal brain.
But he does. And he jumped on that line until he just got
needed
caught.
to wait. I mean, if he waits, the line is really, honestly, the line's for Facundo Obregon.
Yes.
And if he waits and is patient, Facundo gets that ball and hits him a backhander. And that's the right play. So, but this white team is bringing it. They're up 1, 30 seconds to play. Great teamwork by the white team. You know, a little bit of youthful exuberance, perhaps, with a lot of fouls from them today.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And purple with a little more experience, a little more high goal intelligence. And it's going to be a chess match. Here we go. Juan Martin Zubia. He'll opt to tap the ball. And now he's going to go ahead and hit. Doesn't get full wood on that, but here comes Alejandro to meet that ball. Alejandro scoops it under his horse, and out of it comes the backside. Here comes Tolejoa. That ball's going to stay there for Paquito. Paquito's going to hit the backhander. Beautiful backhander by Paquito. Quick shot there by, and we got a breakaway, 3-on-1. Purple's got the numbers. 3 seconds left on the clock, Steve. 2, 1. They're just not going to have enough time. That ball will stay on the field. We will have a throw-in right in front of the Dundas goal. Please do not go anywhere. 7-6. What a game, Steve.
What a game. The intensity has risen. The players are playing well. The weather is holding off for us. The field looks fantastic. Don't go away with us. We're only halfway through here on Chucker TV at the Grand Champions Polo Club. Hello everyone and welcome back to Chucker TV and the Grand Champions Polo Club. I'm Steve Lane. I'm here with Gaston Dorniak, one of our mounted officials, today out in this game. And Gaston, it looks like things are heating up out there just a little bit. The intensity has risen during the second chukker and the third chukker. How is it out there on the field?
Hi Steve, hi Chucker TV. Yes, it's really intensive. I have two strong teams. Very, very powerful both, and this is typical. Which if you have these incredible players, the match is really intensive inside. It's really intensive inside when you shoot the ball, when go fast with the horse. Yeah, and the field today is perfect, and it's more perfect for that. No.
Yes, absolutely. I think you guys are doing a great job keeping things under control. Only one challenge that half, but you did take a bad write-off and make a statement on your ball placement on that play. And think the players are learning from that?
Yes, I think that when this typical match, the people try to open the game, and when something when the play put close, it's complicated with the start again not with foul. In this case, with the foul, with this challenge, the people know it's really important, because when he have the challenge, he knows if something happen, take the challenge. But in this case, he lose the challenge because it's perfect foul. and it's the game.
Okay.
I wait for the next half. I think it's a very, very, very good, how say parejos?
Even game.
Even game. And the people know that and try fight all ball, every ball for checker by checker, no? Step by step.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Gaston.
Thank you, my friend.
I know you want to stay concentrating on this game, and we don't want to take anything away from you. Your job is difficult enough as it is.
Yes,
so
thank you so much,
thank
my
you
friend.
for your time.
Thank you,
take
Checker
that.
TV.
We'll let you get mounted back up and stay with us. Don't go away. We'll be back on Checker TV here at the Grand Champions Polo Club for another great half of polo here in the $100,000 World Cup. Welcome back, everyone, to the Grand Champions Polo Club. I'm Steve Lane, joined by Mark Gansey, and we are viewing the second game of the $100,000 World Cup. And Mark, while we're waiting on the rest of the players and the two umpires, can you give us a little history on the World Cup?
Yeah, look, this is a trophy that has long sat resident in these fields, created by Bill Elvisacker. It was originally started as a 40-goal match that was to be played after the U.S. Open, and played by some of the biggest organizations in the world, and mostly played at sort of the 30-goal level, but there really was no handicap intended for the World Cup. And so you got great teams, and some of the greats, you know, playing that tournament, of course, in the 90s, everything from the Michelob team to Ellerston to you know, some of the greats that have come here and played before us. And it's really a treasured trophy because it's you know, it was always intended to not be a tournament with a limit. And so when we restored it, we thought it was important to pay homage to Bill Elvisacker and bring back this notion of no limit. It's a World Cup. It's open. You can come play with your 4 best friends, play with your 3 brothers like the Obregons today, or brothers and cousins. But the idea is essentially to bring your best team, bring your best horses, and play with anyone in the world and go beat the best in the world. And I think that's the evolution of the trophy.
And this might be one tournament where you as a logo player might get to play against one of the best or with one of the best in the world. So
yeah, I mean, look at some of these lineups. I mean, today it's for Santa Rita. It's great because Paquito de Narvaez is getting the chance to play here today, and it's a great day for Tali Ajoa, who's getting a chance to play, on a big stage here in Palm Beach for him. This is a big experience for his polo evolution. Another up and coming young player. Look out for Ilario Figueres on the Beverly team, who's had a great early season and is playing really, really well. Of course, look out for Barto Castagnola, who took over that game against Hawaii Polo Life the other day. Really a dominant performance by him and Roldan in the midfield with the 2 young guns, Grant Juancito working on the outer edges. And then I think Great Oaks, you're going to get to see Dylan Bacon, another young, promising player, 2-goal handicap. Playing extremely well. And then, of course, the Performance Polo team, which is pretty much a carbon copy of the team that's candidly won it for the last 3 years. It's always been a common thread of Collingwood and Gracita, sometimes an Obregon in there. Jared Zenny's been in there a few times. And that's always a very competitive team, and they go all in. I mean, this is their Super Bowl. This is their Open. And so that's going to be a team to watch. I really think Performance Polo's the defending champion. I mean, the way you look at it, you've got most of the returning guys from that squad that won it last year. The only player missing from that, I believe, is the 4-goaler, who's not here. I'm trying to remember that kid's name. He's a really nice kid, good player. He was actually the MVP, I think, of the final last year. But anyway, that team is pretty much intact, and so that's a very competitive team. And then, of course, you've got the Richard Mill team with Heta and Lolo Castagnola. Lolo coming out of quasi-retirement to be the general, lead his team. So that'll be exciting to play with the Longevity. So that ball's bowled in. It comes out the backside and now spits out the front there. And quick backhander played by that. And that ball comes out. And was that a mallet that flew in the air? That was a head of a mallet that broke off. So someone's mallet is no longer with them. And Dundas is going to take advantage of that. And Torito Ruiz quickly gains possession of the ball. And there's the next shot out by Facundo Obregon. But Santa Rita plays that ball inside. And a quick shot on goal there by Alejandro. Doesn't connect inside that left post. We're going to have a knock-in for the Dundas team.
Yeah, Santa Rita was shooting on goal just before the halftime break. The ball stayed on the field. That's where we had a bowl in so far. This chucker, it's been down there at that end.
Juan Martin Obregon plays that ball out to the board safely for Facundo Obregon. That play's worked really well for them today. Facundo hits a bomb down the field for Tolo. Oh, but great play by Torito. Nabs that ball literally out of the air. Alejandro plays that ball safely back inside. Alejandro, slow to tap, switches over to the near side, back to the offside. Hits a quick little pass out to the boards for Juan Martin Zubia. Ball's hit perfectly back there by Juan Martin Obregon, who's playing a really nice back today, but bad luck. That one skips over the boards, and we'll have a change of possession in favor of Santa Rita. Ball's laid down. Play is ordered by Esteban Ferrari. Juan Martin Zubia for about 100 yards out. He's going to opt to shoot at goal. Takes a beautiful shot at goal. Looks like it's drifting right of the post. And once again, Juan Martin Obregon there all day to back that up. Nice play there. Ball's played inside by Zubia. Zubia beats one Obregon. He beats a second Obregon. Zubia's there, but there again is Juan Martin with a beautiful backhander. Quickly to pick it up is Torito Ruiz. Torito turns that ball safely inside. Gets a little protection. Now asks for a little clearance. Now he's got to shoot. He opts to dribble. Now he's going to leave it behind. Larga in favor of Alejandro Novicia Estrada. Alejandro gets around a bunch of white jerseys. Good play by Alejandro. Leaves it behind. There's the backhander. Squirts out the back. And quick backhander by Novicia Estrada. Doesn't make good contact on it. Leaves it behind. And now there's a fast break. 2 against 1, but Alejandro's got the better horse. Alejandro's going to hit that backhander open to the boards cleanly there for Zubia. Zubia meets it. Zubia, Juan Martin Zubia. Speed tap at control. Juan Martin plays that ball now inside. Great mallet control. Little pass asked for by Torito, and that ball's left behind right there for Zubia. Zubia plays it inside, comes together with Facundo at a great speed, and that one, Zubia really got crunched there, and that was a pretty brutal bump. So he's been involved in 2 pretty hard bumps today. That one really looked like it took him pretty good. You could hear that one. It was like a bone-crushing bump from up here. What do you see there, Steve, on the play? You and I had a pretty good look at it from behind.
We did. I tell you, if I was out there right now, I'm not sure who to call that on, but it looked like both of them kind of came in at the angle once they got past the ball. So, as you mentioned, Zubia the second time today. He was the aggressor in the first one. This time, I'm not so sure, but it looked like, you know.
He was definitely the recipient on this one, but we'll have to take a look at it. I don't know if there's going to be a call or not. I mean, it was a physical bump. The question from where we are, we're 250 yards away. We don't know if it's overlapping. We don't know the speeds. I mean, we saw them come together, but judging by where the umpires are going to drop this ball, this looks like it's going to be, on the basis of a spot, it would have been a 4. But it's getting moved up to a 2 based on the severity of the collision, which is appropriate given what happened earlier today. Great consistency by the umpiring crew here.
Yes, ball placement is everything. And of course, when you get fouled, the ball placement's never far enough, but when you do foul, it's always too severe.
Yeah.
So, as you mentioned, consistency both times. I don't think either team can complain about the ball placement on either one of these calls.
Yeah, I agree with that, and Gaston Dorniac lays that ball down. And now they've got a piece of equipment down on the field. That was probably that mallet head that flew off from somebody. It looked like a mallet head. I can't tell from here, but
I saw the mallet head, and I saw about 7 inches of cane still in the head.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a thunderous hook.
Yeah, and good thing it didn't hit the drone because it would have got both down.
It really went quite high. I thought it was the ball at first. But
yeah.
So we'll see who does the honors here. It looks like Toro Ruiz and Torito's horses giving him a little bit of business here. Hopefully he doesn't have the dreaded penalty 2 neck shot like I had yesterday. And so Toro Ruiz will address this ball. Nice smooth swing by Torito. Never a doubt through the posts. And we've got the game knotted now, Steve, at 7 apiece. And a lot of time left here. 4:30 left on the clock. And Santa Rita's been chipping away at that 3-goal handicap all day, and now they've got it to par.
7 Up, sponsored by Bubbly, and they're going to line up on Gaston Dorniac right here. Of course, changing direction of the bowl-ins after the half.
And that ball gets caught up front again, like most of the knock-ins have, and the team in purple will get it. Paquito de Narvaez on a nice mount, and he's at speed control. Paquito takes and absorbs that bump, and Juan Martin Obregon defends it well. Now on the move, Dundas on the move, leaves that ball behind. Paquito can't quite make contact on that backhander. Ball's left right there. He's called off. Facundo Obregon. Obregon with a beautiful shot up front. And going to work is Tolo Ijoa on Juan Martin Zubia. Facundo's going to take a shot. Can't quite get there. A bunch of folks fan on it. And here comes Alejandro Novisha to restore some order. And he waits. Hits a little back shot there perfectly for his player. But gives it away quickly. Dangerous backhander there back into traffic. But Santa Rita restores order, brings that ball with an open cut shot back to the boards. Alejandro plays it inside very safely. Alejandro almost pulled the trigger, pulls it back. Alejandro now plays it up the boards very nicely to Zubia. Zubia can't control it. Zubia's going to check up. And great backhander by Juan Martin Obregon again, but that one's going to go over the backboards. And Dundas trying to find the rhythm here. They had great rhythm in the first chukker. It was a pretty fair chukker in the second chukker. And they just seem to be a little discombobulated right at the moment. I just don't see a lot of rhythm to their game. You look at that play on the boards over there where both Facundo and Geronimo came together, and Geronimo wanted to go to the ball and Facundo wanted to go to the ball.
Yeah.
And they ended up losing the ball. And so that connection we talked about, when they slow down and they play a tighter game, it dare I say, it frustrates Santa Rita a little bit. And when Santa Rita opens up, it really frustrates Dundas.
Yeah, Santa Rita, I don't think you want to run with them. And you know what? At the end of the first period, Dundas started to slow down a little bit. They were patient, and they scored a goal. And early in the second chukker was that way as well. So Santa Rita, if you want to run with them, better have some horses and better have some communication like you mentioned on that play over there on the boards.
Well, look, the Dundas team is a very balanced team. You know, a bunch of these guys have played this tournament before. They've won it before. They know what it takes to win. And the purple team also knows what it takes to win. Zubia, Novicia Estrada both have played the highest level of polo, the Argentine Open. And Gaston orders play. And Juan Martin is going to opt to shoot. Delivers that ball about 150 yards, and there's Facundo Obregon to cover it up. Facundo hits a nice little open backhander to his teammate. Hijoa covers that ball up nicely. Hijoa plays it, Toli plays it inside, and he's got an open guy there. There is Facundo Obregon. Facundo Obregon. Juan Martin says, stop, slow down. And they do slow down. They play the gap pass, try to get the gap in between there, but they don't get there. That ball's covered up by Alejandro Novicia Estrada. Alejandro now looking to turn, but he gets ridden out. Good play there. Little backhander now coming. Backhander tail shot. Played. Two whites fall under it. And Geronimo Obregon goes to work on Torito. Smart play there. Facundo comes inside. Facundo Obregon's got the horse. He's going to carry this ball through traffic. Facundo. And that ball is going to dance just inside that left post. Would have liked him to checked up there, coming in there. He had time and space. And a little impatience there by Facundo Obregon, who's having a great game. We're going to have a bowl-in favor of Santa Rita. They opt to play it quickly. Juan Martin Zubia taps it safely to the boards. He's going to deliver this pass short. Doesn't have quite the speed to get there. Nice little backhander by Toli Ajoa. Right there. Oh, bad luck there for the team in white. Cleared out by Paco de Narvaez. Paquito to Alejandro Novicio. Alejandro's got some space here. He's got protection. And that ball is given away. That tap was too long. And they opt to slow it down. Larga. But it's instead hit at goal. Bad communication there with the Dundas team. That was a good time to leave it. And the ball's cleared out of there beautifully by Zubia. He's got Paquito de Narvaez all alone. Paquito is going to do the smart thing and leave it behind there for Zubia. Now Zubia's got a little space to operate. Zubia hits it long down the boards. That ball's going to stay in play. Ball comes together. Juan Martin Zubia covers that up. Juan Martin Obregon, hits the tail shot. Another good backhander there, plays it out safely there, and they're on the move. Here comes Geronimo Obregon. Hiro Obregon on his new 5-goal handicap. Hiro leaves it behind for Facundo Obregon. Facundo turns that ball inside, gets a little help there by Juan Martin Obregon. He leaves it for Juan Martin Obregon. Obregon. Juan Martin dribbles that ball through traffic. Juan Martin bringing that ball through. He's got space, he's got time. And that is going to go in favor of Dundas. A little impatience there by Paquito. Wrong place, wrong time. We're going to have a spot hit penalty 2 in favor of Dundas. 38 seconds left here in the fourth chukker. Steve.
Yeah, just a little reaching foul right there, Mark. And you know what? It was probably going to be a goal anyhow. So if it's a penalty 2 spot hit, not much harm done on that play.
No, and enough from the entrance of the goal to not conclude it's a penalty 1. They're about 20 yards, 25 yards from just inside that penalty 2 line. And remember what we talked about. Tight spaces, shorter passes, more ball control where they work for each other. The Dundas team works when they're spaced apart and they're asked to cover a lot of ground. The team doesn't work as well as it can work. That was a great exhibition of when this team plays well and they play short and they play inside and they play gap passes and they leave the ball for behind each other. This team functions incredibly well. I thought that was a very, very strong end of the chukker for Dundas.
I agree with you, Mark, and we were witness to it, so don't go away. Stay with us while we send these players off for fresh ponies, and we'll be back with live action for chukker number 5 when we come back on Chukker TV. Welcome back to Checker TV and the Grand Champions Polo Club, everyone. And we have a great game going on here, an exciting, intense game. Starting the fifth period of play with Dundas leading 8-7, receiving 3 goals on handicap before the game. So we have a 21-goal team playing a 24-goal team. Santa Rita in purple, Dundas in white. Alejandro wins that bowl in, brings the ball out of the bowl in, trying to find some room to work with. And Facundo Obregon comes in there. Alejandro. Ball kicked by a pony, and it's picked up by Tully Ujola. Geronimo Obregon with a back shot, but nobody there but Paquito de Narvaez. Paquito looking over his shoulder, going to turn the ball, run the turn it tightly on this gray pony. Torito Ruiz comes in and picks up the loose ball. And Geronimo reaches back, and we have a quick umpire's whistle.
Welcome to 24-goal polo, Paquito. This is not Santa Barbara 8-goal polo, my son. That's a turn he's got to make quicker. And he'll learn. He's such a great player, but, you know, it was almost like a feast there. He got lucky. He actually really got lucky because the white player coming down that line, Facundo Obregon, had a clean run at goal. If that ball gets through, they're gone, and this is a 2-goal deficit. So learning lessons for the youngster, and I love the way he's playing. But this is a big step for him today. They got bailed out there with the overlap foul. And we're going to have a center hit 5B in favor of Santa Rita.
Here is Juan Martin Zubia. Zubia going to put the ball back in play, and he hits a scud missile down the center of the field. Can we get a purple jersey there? And Torito Ruiz unable to get to it, but Paquito takes a stab at it on the near side, and there's an Obregon going to turn the ball back towards the outside, leaves it for a team member, and a high lofty shot trying to find Geronimo down the field. However, Juan Martin Zubia is back there. Juan Martin Zubia with a nice angled back shot over to Alejandro. Alejandro tries to give the ball back, doesn't reach, but there is Facundo Obregon with a near side back shot. Alejandro, and we've got the battle of back shots going on here right now. Ball deflects off pony, comes across the field, and there is Facundo trying to outrun Paquito, but Juan Martin Zubia picks up the loose ball, sends it over to Torito. Torito has time to go to the offside. Torito has a neck shot, now going to send it right on through the goal to knot this game back up, Mark, and this game is everything it promised it would be.
Oh, man. What I loved about that play was the reaction by Juan Martin Zubia not to tap that ball. I was looking at you as you were looking at the play. That is a high goal play. The reaction, even though it was a 20-yard pass, the right play was a quick reaction to Torito, and that's the difference between the connecting of the passes between the purple and the white right now.
Yep, very good point. Very good point. Gaston Dorniak puts the ball back on the ground to the players, and there is Facundo Obregon sending it down to Geronimo. Geronimo going to take the ball a little bit to the right, trying to find some room to shoot on goal, getting around Juan Martin Zubia. Juan Martin Zubia playing a little cat and mouse with Zubia. Now the game comes to a standstill. He hits it back to Tully. Tully takes a shot on goal, just wide to the left, but a patient play by Dundas.
Good patient play. He knew he didn't have the better mount, so he shut down, played that ball inside, very smart, then left it behind for Tully. And Tully had a good cut shot, but not enough angle on it. Bad luck there for the Dundas team.
Zubia tries to get some rhythm going, sends a pass over to Alejandro. Alejandro just off the far boards over there, trying to hit the ball just where Juan Martin Obregon cannot get to it. He loses the ball temporarily. A near side play, and here comes Geronimo on the ball. However, Zubia steals that ball, hits it right to an Obregon, and a little bit of a cross hook there. I do believe Zubia was wide open. We'll see where they put the ball.
Zubia with huge courage meets about 5 players coming at him. I don't know if I would meet those same 5 players, but Juan Martin Zubia keeps making the little plays that are not only keeping the Santa Rita team in this game, but winning them the game. And they're not glorious plays, but they're the right plays every time. He's always making the perfect play to keep possession of the ball, to defend the ball. And it's like it's not glorious work, it's not beautiful, but every play he's made so far, particularly in these last 2 chukkers, the 4th and 5th chukker, has been the right play.
Yes, absolutely. And he's thinking, he's anticipating, he's thinking ahead. And also on this play, helping Santa Rita gain a penalty 2. Here's Alejandro.
So Alejandro hits a, to use your terminology, I'll say a tomahawk missile this time. That one was quick and explosive. But him and Torito have been exchanging the stick on the penalties. And once again, Santa Rita finds a new 1-goal lead. And let's see if Dundas has a reaction, Steve.
All right, Gaston Dorniak looking for a clean lineup, puts the ball back on the ground. Zubia once again gets some wood on it, hits it downfield, but nobody home. And Facundo Obregon's going to ride him a little bit wide and allow Juan Martin to turn that ball underneath his horse's neck. Now bringing it back across center field. Here comes Paquito in there. A nice ride-off neck shot, and there is Zubia. And what a play by the young number 1.
Wow. That was a shoulder-to-shoulder Paco de Narvaez senior type play. Junior delivering a great bump and then has the intelligence to quickly just hit the quick flick shot under the neck to his number 4, Juan Martin Zubia. And at 3:30, we're going to get a courtesy change. We've talked about it throughout the broadcast today, the poise of the young man from Pilar, Argentina, really making his first high goal debut in Wellington, and couldn't pick a better theater or better day to put his talent on display. And I really like what I see from Paquito.
Yeah, key play right there, and 2 key plays in a row from Santa Rita. First from Zubia to give them a penalty 2 to go up to 9 goals, and then Paquito. Wow, what a play there. I just can't believe I saw that. I mean, the timing of the ride-off was so perfect, and then the next shot passed to Zubia.
It was a really, really nice show of horsemanship because it wasn't done with a lot of brutality on the horse. It was just perfectly timed, very smooth. This is a really important moment for Dundas because if they let this game get away from them, this game will end in the 5th chukker if they don't have a response here. And they've been able to respond today. They've been behind by 1 goal 2 times today, and they've been able to come back and respond and get level. Let's see what they got.
Gaston Dorniak gives the ball back to the players. There is Facundo. Now Juan Martin coming out the back door with it. Juan Martin gets by Alejandro. Juan Martin still working the ball down towards goal. Alejandro has to give way, but he gets by with one there. No whistle on the play, and it's backed by Geronimo Obregon. Here comes Facundo. Facundo going towards goal. Facundo takes the ball over to the right. Still got to get by Alejandro. Paquito de Narvaez comes in with a near side attempted back shot. And wow, what did we? And it looked like Juan Martin Obregon coming in there.
I saw 6 or 7 mallets in the air. We got a lot of really smart people. Somebody thinks they're right. I've got this going in favor of Dundas coming down the right away. I don't think Purple has a play there. Even look at their backs are turned. They know that's going to be a right away infraction. This will be a penalty too. It'll go in favor of Dundas. They're going to tee that ball up and hopefully make short work of this. And we talked about it. Would Dundas have a reaction? Could they weather that storm? They were leading 8-7. They're down 8-10. Here's the penalty too. And smartly put on the floor and converted. Juan Martin Obregon with the duties there. I know it's hard. There's a lot of Obregons out there.
Oh, yeah. Isn't it a rule no more 2 Obregons on the team?
I go by their helmets because Facundo's the one with the blue with the white band. Juan Martin's the gray with the white band, and Hero is in an all-dark helmet.
Yep.
And then Tolly has a black helmet.
Yep. All right, Alejandro with a back shot. Zubia picks up the little back shot. Zubia going to send the ball back downfield. There's Paquito de Narvaez down there as well as Juan Martin. Look at Paquito. Can he score this goal? Putting it on through. Oh, not quite able to do so. Alejandro's backing him up. Torito's going to come through and send it on through.
Wow.
So they answer very quickly to that penalty too.
They did. What I didn't like is they gave the ball away in that throw-in. I mean, what they should have done, Tolly asked for the backhander, and what they should have done is they should have possessed the ball because that was just a clean giveaway. And then, on the defense, 2 whites had a clear shot at a backhander, and none of them can convert it, which is just bad luck. But those are the kind of mistakes that cost you $100,000.
Yeah, exactly, and that's an expensive mistake. Okay, here is Juan Martin Obregon coming out the back door. There's Tully Ujola sending the ball further down the field. Juan Martin Zubia neutralizes that play. And here's another Obregon coming in there. Paquito tries for the hook, can't quite get it. Torito Ruiz going to ride him off, and looks like Geronimo's going to follow up. Is he going to drop the ball? No, there's Paquito staying with him. Alejandro just able to stand there and watch, and we have an umpire's whistle. So
yeah, he's got to let him have that first play. And Paquito's played great. He's played amazing, and he pounds the floor with his mallet. He's a little frustrated, but that's one where he's just got to let that next play happen. He's got the horse to allow that play to happen, because what's going to happen there is Geronimo's going to tap it. And if Geronimo taps it inside, Paquito's got the better mount, and he's going to ride him off. And it's just that youthful exuberance of Paquito, and he's got so much good polo ahead of him. And that was just a little youthful exuberance. So
don't go to this play, go to the next one.
Yep. So this looks like, I think it's Juan Martin Obregon, gray with white band helmet. And he'll make short work of that. Important to keep this gap to 1 goal, Steve. It cannot widen to 2 or 3 for Dundas. If it does, it's going to be really hard to come back against the experience of Torito and Zubia and Estrada. That threesome has a lot of experience in big high goal tournament action. So good reaction by Dundas.
The players line up on Dorniak. Dorniak says, guys, stay on your own side. I'll blow the whistle, give you time. Stay on your own side. Want a clean laneway here. Dorniak puts it back on the ground. Zubia once again comes up with the ball out of the bowl end. Tries to slap a little shot down the field. However, Facundo Obregon sends a back shot. Nobody there but Juan Martin Zubia, and that's the third mallet of the day that has been broke. Torito Ruiz.
Oh, wow.
It's a back shot into a pony, and here is Tully Ujola. Can he convert this play right here into goal? They desperately need it. 15 seconds on the clock, working the ball towards goal, working, tapping, looking for a clean laneway, and it was a matter of time.
They're going to get it.
Before we had a whistle, so that
9 seconds, too, and bad luck losing the mallet. And now we got a second whistle, which means we may have some potential shenanigans down there, but we're going to have a penalty 2 in favor of Dundas. This game's going to be knotted up at 11-all, Steve. We're going to have a heck of a 6-chucker. I mean, we've only had about 9 lean changes today, so don't go anywhere. If you're looking for the best high goal polo in Wellington today, you're going to find it here at Grand Champions. This is the 2021 World Cup.
Stay with us. We'll be right back on Chucker TV.
I just want to go back.
Here we are once again, ladies and gentlemen, for the final period of regulation play here in the second game of the $100,000 World Cup. And I'm with Mark Gansey, and we ended on a penalty 2 right there. We're going to start with a penalty 2 here, Mark. 6-chucker and possibly tying up this game.
I'm pretty sure, given the distance, that one of these guys in white will convert this. I think we're going to start the chucker here 11-all. And you keep thinking that Santa Rita is going to pull away. They get up 1 goal, they get up 2 goals, and the Obrogons have a reaction, and they react well. They don't get they don't get too upset. They've stayed level, which is really important in a big match like this, and Juan Martin is going to make quick work of that. And as predicted, 11-11, and here we go back to the center, Steve. 7 minutes and 15 seconds ticking off. What's going to be so critical is who wins these throw-ins in the 6-checker. You and I just talked about in the break. The throw-ins are an even 13-13 right now, which is incredible. And that ball comes out the back. And the ball's there for Paquito de Narvaez. He leaves it there for Alejandro Novicio. Alejandro leaves it there for Torito. Torito on a run. Torito leaves it behind. Bad luck. Great tail shot there by Facundo Obregon. Facundo comes together there. And Geronimo Obregon with another beautiful backhander. And Paquito with a beautiful backhander. That's 3 backhanders in a row. Now Torito comes together in a bang-bang play with Ulloa. And there's no play there for Facundo. Facundo's looking for the whistle. He's not going to get it. That ball comes out the back. Paquito comes out the other end of it, looking for a foul. Tried to ride out a different line that didn't exist. Paquito de Narvaez tries that ball on the near side. He swoops it there in front of Obregon. And Paquito can't quite keep it. And the ball comes back here. Turned there by Dundas. Dundas needs to be patient here. Ball comes out there. Beautiful pass there for Facundo Obregon. Torito Ruiz has him covered up. Beautiful open tail backhander there for Juan Martin Zubia. Zubia plays it up there for Novicio Estrada. But there's Juan Martin Obregon again with another gorgeous backhander. Tail out to the boards. Torito Ruiz plays this ball inside. Toro Ruiz, 7 goals from Buenos Aires. Torito leaves that ball behind very smartly for Zubia. Zubia absorbs the bump. Zubia there with Facundo Obregon. Facundo gets the hook down, but Zubia plays cat and mouse and plays it inside. Facundo Obregon still there on the defense, but Zubia's got the better mount. Zubia with an overlap there, a little bit of a shade, and that he's going to get caught. Bad play there by Ulloa, and Zubia's going to say, I think I can score that goal, but there's a couple of whistles there. So, interesting play there between Obregon, Facundo, and Juan Martin Zubia.
Yeah, a little shading going on. Zubia put the ball up, didn't pass his stirrup, and I think he was shading beforehand. Then when he reached back, that was a definite eyesore right there for the umpires, and that's what caused them to blow the whistle.
What a battle today between Facundo Obregon and Juan Martin Zubia. They've gone at it a bunch of times, and I say that in a sportsman way. They've gone at it. They've really given everything that you could ask for from these two guys, and Zubia just has a little bit more, it seems like. Just the handicaps, of course, denote that 8 between 6, but I like the way Facundo Obregon has played today.
Yeah, no, and Zubia too. I mean, he's made some really not desperate moves, but nice moves and conservative moves and head-thinking, straight-up moves. Right here, Alejandro straight on through.
Yep, Alejandro's going to put that one over the shrubs, and 12-11. This is going to tick down probably to about just a little under 5 minutes by the time Gaston Dorniak bowls this ball in. 12-11 in favor of Santa Rita, establishing that 1-goal lead. And by the way, that is the 9th lead change of the game, in case you're at home wondering how many times the score has changed hands. And that ball's bowled out the front again. Ball always seems to come out the front. And the quick giveaway by Dundas, they had the ball and they gave it away. Now, Juan Martin Zubia plays that ball inside. A lot of good control here. And a great little bang-bang play there by Facundo Obregon with Zubia. And I think they're going to get Obregon just a little late on that bump. It seemed like Zubia had already escaped him. And as he made that hook and they came together, it looked like that ride-off was a little behind the saddle, if I had to guess. But I'm not guessing.
Right.
Because I got Steve Lane next to me, who's used to be a AA rated umpire, so I think he'll tell me what happened.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go with you on that call, and I think you're right, and it looks like we're going to have a challenge possibly on this play, or at least a third man.
It would be a good challenge because it's going to be a penalty 4 if it's not challenged. Now, they do come together. Facundo has a case. He makes the hook. He rides him off. If they come together at the same speed, Steve, it's not a foul. If they're coming together at different speeds and Facundo's late, it is a foul.
Correct.
And the question was Facundo there shoulder to shoulder, or was he behind the play and got him backwards?
I think when they ended up, he was a little bit ahead. I think he started out behind, was a little bit ahead, so I think your assessment of not even speeds is pretty accurate. But, well, you know what? It looks different from the drone and in the booth, so we'll see what the IRO says.
I like the challenge. If this was a challenge by Dundas, I agree with the challenge because you're down one. You cannot afford. So they've gone to the IRO booth, and we're sitting here waiting. And this will go in favor, or is this going to be a bowl-in? No foul. No foul on the play. So the ball is going to get bowled in. Good challenge by Dundas. So the ruling from the IRO was they did come together. That was a good bump by Facundo and a good hook. And so great use of the challenge by Dundas. In fact, almost a goal-saving challenge by Dundas because the umpires had that blown all the way to a 3. And look, they get the bowl-in. Good play by Facundo. We're now again even on the bowl-ins. And that's a backhander, unfortunately, to nowhere except Torito Ruiz's mallet. Torito is going to play this ball in the air. 2 mallets in the air. 2 players come together. And another great backhander. And the ball comes out the other end. Here comes Facundo Obregon. Facundo Obregon being defended by 2 purples, but they're asking for him to slow down and stop, but I don't think he's going to stop, and he doesn't have the horse to get to Juan Martin Zubia. Zubia plays that ball forward very smartly, waits for a little support. Now the big open to the boards to Alejandro. Alejandro plays that ball on the boards, can't keep it, leaves it inside. Made quick change of it by Facundo Obregon. Facundo Obregon really coming to life here in the 6th chukker. Alejandro with a great backhander to the boards. Great defense by Santa Rita. This ball is going to come to rest. And Juan Martin Obregon is going to play this ball forward. Now he's going to hit a little gap pass there to Facundo Obregon. And Toli is being called off. And Juan Martin plays it forward. And there's Alejandro. Can't quite get the mallet on it. Toli plays it inside. Juan Martin Zubia steals it. And the ball's left there behind. The ball's met, and it comes out the back there. Now they've got time. Juan Martin Obregon's got to play that ball inside safely. Plays it out, now comes back inside. Smart play there. Leaves it behind for Toli. Toli tries to play it to goal. Leaves it there for Facundo Obregon. Facundo Obregon comes in towards goal. Ball squirts off a horse. Bad luck. And Alejandro clears it out of danger. Beautiful 100-yard clearance there by the 8-goaler. And Dundas will quickly cover this ball up. Juan Martin Obregon slows down, hits a little tail shot. Nicely picked up there on the near side. And off the near side leaves it for Toli. And Toli met there by Zubia, and Zubia's going to get caught on the turn. Second whistle. Umpire Ferrari is going to ask them to calm down, let him umpire the game. And Zubia needs to calm his reaction there. So that's an interesting play because Facundo Obregon plays that ball on the near side safely and then leaves it for his number 2, and now we're going to get an all change. What do you see there, Steve? Because to the average polo enthusiast, that's a really hard play to unpack.
It really is, and even though I think the ball was put underneath Juan Martin Zubia, but I think Dundas should have allowed him to clear and not run into him. We do want to keep our equine welfare safe, so we'll see how the umpires see this. In fact, they're communicating right now with the 3rd man, and Esteban Ferrari giving his opinion of what he saw and what was called. And
really hard play to call.
Yeah, no, I agree. And of course, you and I, we're a lot farther away than
no, we are. And so it'll be you could have offsetting, by the way.
Yes.
You could have a right-of-way infraction, then you could have the rough riding. Or you could just have the rough riding, or you could just have the right-of-way.
Yeah, no, there's lots of scenarios to unfold.
If it's just a dangerous riding, it's going to be a center hit in favor of Santa Rita. If it's a right-of-way infraction, it's going to be a 4 or a 3 in favor of Dundas because where they were within 100 yards of goal, and they had 2 guys running a goal. If you've got offsetting, of course it'll be a throw-in. So,
and don't forget we had the second whistle there too.
We did. But I think that was a second whistle of like
warning.
Chicos.
Calm down.
Tranquilo.
We got it. Yeah.
So the call's going to come in here. It looks like the ball's staying here.
And it looks like Zubi is teeing it up, so probably a dangerous riding call.
So, you were right. Or offsetting with the dangerous riding being more in favor of the right-of-way. But if it was just dangerous riding, I would have had it at the center between you and me.
Right.
So we don't know exactly.
But maybe that second whistle instead of center could have made it a spot. So
anyway, it's academic now. Juan Martin Zubia is going to opt to hit, and he hits a beautiful ball about 150 yards down. He's got Paquito de Narvaez there. Paquito plays it on the near side, leaves it behind, and really, really bad luck there by Juan Martin Obregon, who's had a brilliant game all day. He just lost the ball.
Yeah.
And so we're going to wait to see what the call is here.
Umpires communicating with the third man.
Yep, we do have that communication up here. We'll let them call it on the field first. And Gaston Dorniak's going to pick that ball up. And for me, this should be a penalty 3 in favor of Santa Rita. And it looks like it's in the penalty 3 zone. Doesn't look quite as close as a 2.
Nope.
So this will be a 40-yard hit, Steve, and it looked like that's all that happened. And I got to say, Juan Martinez played a great game today at back. He's hit everything cleanly, out of danger, between 40 and 80 yards on every backhander. And just bad luck, that ball popped in the air, and I think he just couldn't figure out where it was.
Right. Yeah. No, it's just bad luck. Just got caught wrong place, wrong time, and he was on the near side and trying to find the ball. And you know what? Santa Rita jumped on it and just caught him.
And the purple team's letting everyone take a penalty shot here. Here comes Juan Martin with the wind at his back, and he's going to make short work of that. And that is a very, very important 2-goal lead for Santa Rita. And time is no longer the friend of our friends in white, Dundas. They need to have a quick reaction here, Steve.
Yeah, time is not on their side, but you know what? There's still 2:30 left, a lot of time left, and we've seen them change that 2-goal lead before.
They have. They've had a good reaction all day when they've gotten down by 2 goals. 9 lead changes in the game, and they got the bowl in. They've won the bowl in, and beautiful play by Facundo. What a near side forehand. And Alejandro hits a beautiful open shot there. It's going to be covered up by Juan Martin, who responds with another beautiful backhander. And there's 2 guys coming together. And another great backhander by Alejandro. Alejandro's played a very steady game back there. And Juan Martin Zubia gets a little cute there. And Facundo's going to meet it. And Alejandro's like a man possessed in this chucker. Alejandro comes out with the ball. And he's going to hit that ball. And he's got 2 purples on a breakaway. Toro Ruiz going forward. Toro's all alone, and Paquito's going to ride out. And here comes Toro. Toro with the icer. Toro Ruiz. And that is going to be all she wrote, I think, today, Steve. 3 goals, minute left, and it wasn't for lack of trying. Dundas had probably 2 good shots at going to goal there to get it within 1. Credit Alejandro Novicia Estrada for 2 massive backhanders, clearing the ball out of danger. And twice Dundas returned serve back at goal. And minute left here, 14-11. Paquito, beautiful forehand by Paquito. He's had a heck of a game today. It's hard to pick an MVP of this game. So many good players here today. And Ijo is going to opt to, unfortunately, leave that ball behind. I don't know what he was thinking. And that ball gets backed out of there. Juan Martin Obregon plays it forward. He's got a couple of options. He's got Facundo going forward, but there's Zubia to close the door. And Zubia's going to close the door, but he picks his pocket. Beautiful play by Facundo Obregon. He's going to walk this ball in, hits the cut shot. Gorgeous forehand. Wow. What a goal by Facundo Obregon. Picks the pocket, says, you know what? We're going to lose, but we're going to lose with style. And what a great play by Facundo Obregon. I got to tell you, I really like the way Facundo Obregon played today. For me, really hard to pick a best player, but a lot of great polo here today. 14-12, great game. And even though there was a 2-goal difference, it really didn't feel like it.
No, it certainly didn't. And actually, this is one of these games that you wish would go to 8 chuckers, because what a thrill to watch. Back and forth, up and down the field, great sportsmanship, hard playing polo. So don't go away. We'll be back with the trophy presentation here on Chucker TV, and Santa Rita is going to come out victorious, Mark, over Dundas 14-12. Any last words?
No, that was just a great polo match. I mean, we've got Santa Rita's going to go on to play the winner, obviously, of Beverly and Great Oaks. And then on the other side of the draw, Casablanca already took care of Hawaii Polo Life, and Performance Polo will play Richard Mille tomorrow, 4 o'clock. I think that means I'm up tomorrow.
You're up tomorrow. Your opponent's
I'm
with
still
Proto.
bruised from yesterday. Took a good bridle into my left side, but I really liked this game today. I thought it was a hard-fought, clean game, and I would say, Steve, I really liked the sportsmanship. I mean, whenever there was a tough play, quick acknowledgement by the pros to come together and a handshake, and that's what you want to see. You want to see tough polo, you want to see fast polo, but you also want to see fairness and you want to see sportsmanship, and I really like what I saw from the Obregons today. I like what I saw from Santa Rita, and if we had to call it, if it's up to you and me, you want to give me your MVP for today.
Martin Zubia.
That's mine too.
Yeah.
Juan Martin Zubia. We didn't even talk about that. So Juan Martin Zubia, and for me, I want to explain it. It's what I said earlier. This is a game of 1,000 details. And what Juan Martin Zubia did today is he took care of the details. He took care of the ball. And his clearance and his defense and his maturity today was really what helped shape the form of the Santa Rita team. That's what I saw.
Yeah, no, I agree. Not only was he good on defense, but he set up plays, and he was an offensive driver, taking his team down and setting up positive plays to help them score.
Great game, Steve. I know we've got a trophy presentation coming up, but for my services today, I'm going to sign off. It's always a pleasure being in the booth with you. And, wow, just to think we've got at least 5, 6, 7. We have at least 7 more World Cup games coming up this week. So if you like good high goal polo with no limits, this is the one.
I hope they're all like the one we just viewed. Mark, thank you for joining us today. It's a pleasure being with you up here, and you make my job so much easier. And folks, stay with us for the trophy presentation. We'll be back here on Chucker TV at the Grand Champions Polo Club when the players return and present themselves up on the stage. Don't go away. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Now I hear him. Welcome back, everybody, and if we could get the players up on the stage, on the podium, that would be great. Santa Rita in purple, Dundas in white, and players slowly making their way up, talking about the game. What a game, what a game, what a game we had today. And if we can get Dundas up there as well. And the winners and the runners-up of game number 2 in the $100,000 World Cup. And Grand Champions Polo Club, always 10 goals when it comes to trophies and presentations. The 2 umpires, Gaston Dorniak, Esteban Ferrari, keeping control out there today. So the 2 umpires, Gaston and Esteban. Mark Ganzi's looking for you. Esteban Ferrari on the left. Gaston Dorniak on the right. How about a round of applause for them doing a great job out there today, keeping control of the players, keeping the ponies and the players safe. Photos, graphs going on. All 11 people up on the stage wearing masks. A photo opportunity right here for Dundas, playing number 1 at 5 goals. Toli Ujola. How about a hand for Toli Ujola playing out front? Playing number 2, Geronimo Obregon, also at 5 goals. And what a game these 4 players played today. Playing the number 3 position, Facundo Obregon at 6 goals with 5 goals on the day. And, of course, playing back, Juan Martin Obregon at 5 goals. There's your Dundas team, ladies and gentlemen. What a performance they gave us this afternoon here in the $100,000 World Cup. Victorious today, playing number 1 for Santa Rita, Paquito de Narvaez, making his way here. Torito Ruiz playing number 2 at 7 goals. Playing number 3, Alejandro Novillo Estrada. And playing back, Juan Martin Zubia. And there is your victors today for the second game of the $100,000 World Cup. Congratulations to both teams. Neither team, only shame one team has to win. And the most valuable player of today's game is Juan Martin Zubia. Offense and defense, setting up key plays for his team, keeping the team solid, hand in hand. So what a great game. Glad to have you guys. Step on up there up front. Let's get great pictures of you. Show us those beautiful trophies presented by the Grand Champions Polo Club. So their next game in a few days. More games here this week in the $100,000 World Cup. Join us tomorrow, 4 o'clock, and also polo on Tuesday. Both games in the high goal $100,000 World Cup. I'm Steve Lane. We're going to sign off for now. Thanks for joining us today. Stay with us on Chucker TV. Go to gcpolo.com for the daily game schedule. And don't miss any games here at Grand Champions. So long for now on Chucker TV.